everybody, Scudder here again. I didn't figure that I would get everything that I wanted to say in one video. So if you haven't watched the first video that I made on this topic, stop right now and go back and watch the first video, and I will try my best to remember to make it a video response to this one, so it'll make it easier for you to find. What I wanted to continue to talk about is, a lot of times here on YouTube, a lot of people just get to see, one just certain aspect of us. They don't get to see a lot of the other sides of us. And this is kind of a serious topic. So I kind of figured that if I can kind of be a guinea pig for everybody out there and expose my own weakness on some of this, then maybe that will give you guys the encouragement that you need to also kind of jump on the bandwagon and do something for yourself and maybe join in on this little challenge we've got going. The thing that I want to stress is that, I'm doing this for me, and I'm hoping that I will be an encouragement to you guys. So, one of the things that I wanted to talk about is, let's be honest with each other about this. And the superficial side of trying to do this challenge is that we all want to look good. I'm no exception to the rule. Even though I'm a middle-aged old man, I'd like to look good. And, and the thing is that I know that this can be done because back about 20 years ago, I was very overweight then. And I ended up losing 100 pounds. And if I can find some pictures, if you'll stick with me till the end of the video, at the very end of the video, I'll put some pictures up of what I looked like after I had lost the 100 pounds. And, I'll be honest, I looked good. So, and I know that that's not really what it's all about, but, we like to look good. I wear a size 54 jeans right now. And, do you know how hard it is to find 54 jeans? It would be nice to be able to get back down at least into the 30s. So, there is a superficial side to doing this. Let's look at a little bit more serious side of it. And, the increase for stroke and heart attack starts in your 30s and goes on up into your 40s, 50s, 60s, and on up. So, even people in their 30s have got to start taking better care of themselves, because you start risking yourself for stroke and heart attack and, blood clots and things like that. So, that's also important too. One thing too, just something to think about, have you ever been on an airplane? The last 2 times that I've flown on an airplane, those seats are tiny, and I had to ask for a seatbelt extender because I was so overweight. The seat belts would not latch on their own, so I had to get a seatbelt extender. And and that's awfully embarrassing to have to do that. And I know that there are other people out there that are in the same position that I am on that. Something else you may want to think about too. If you had to, what if you had to change jobs? Let's say that you had a job and, you had like an office job or something where you sit down most of the time, and something happened and you got laid off and lost your job and had to find other work, and you ended up having to take a job somewhere where you're on your feet for 8 hours a day. Are you physically able to do that? I know for me, I can't stand on my feet for 8 hours a day because my legs will no longer allow me to do that. And that's made it difficult for me to be able to find work because of the physical limitations that I have because of my weight. Another thing, if we want to get into something really serious and start looking at this from a different angle, things are going to start getting harder for everybody. And and I know there's a lot of people who don't believe this, or they may not see it, or you can't see it right now, but times are going to get harder on a lot of us. And let's, just look at the economic situation that the United States is in, plus other countries as well, are also facing tough economic situations, and they're going to get a lot worse. And, let's take, for example, like I had mentioned in the first video about gardening. What happens if you find yourself in such a bad financial situation that you have to start relying on gardening for most of your family's food? Will you be able to get out and actually work a full-size garden? There's a lot of work to it. It's not as easy as it looks. In a worst case scenario, what happens if you have got to hunt for your family's food? Could you honestly say that you could go out right now and walk 20 miles through the woods and back just to be able to hunt to find dinner for your family one night? These are things that we're going to have to look at, and that's why I think that it's important that we all start doing something about our health now, because just for sheer survival, things are going to get really bad, and we're going to have to start relying more on our bodies and on our physical and mental abilities than we have in a long time. We've all gotten kind of lazy, I think, a little sedentary because of the way that the world has been, and we've lived right in the middle of that. And times are changing, and quickly. So, these are some other things that you might want to think about. Think about, could you protect your family physically? If you had to protect your family, is your body in enough shape? Does it have the endurance and the strength that it needs to be able to protect your family? These are things that we all need to think about. So that's why I want to do this and try to get this weight off and try to get my body and my mind in better shape. Also, just one more aspect of this to look at, maybe as an encouragement for you guys, is when you feel better, when you're in better shape, you feel better physically, then you are able to do more things. And a lot of us, consider ourselves in service for the Lord, and think about the things that you could be doing if you felt better, if you had more energy, if you had more endurance, plus you just felt better, and you feeling better in your personality, that would come across to other people out there. They would see that. And, we don't think about it when we're sitting on the couch watching TV, and being lazy. But really, those kind of things really do make a difference. So, I just want to kind of encourage you guys. I don't think that I'm going to have like hundreds and hundreds of people who are going to watch these videos and who are going to be encouraged. I'll be happy if I get 5 or 10 people out there who, maybe I can help along the way to encourage them. They can see me and see what rotten shape I'm in and how I'm trying to make changes, and maybe that will inspire them. So, but maybe if we can spread the word about this and just kind of help encourage each other, then maybe some of us will be able to get in a little bit better shape and, make some positive changes in our life. So, anyway, you guys feel free to comment below. If you want to make a video response, then please feel welcome to do that. As long as it's decent and there's no cussing and all that kind of stuff, then I'll approve those. So, anyway, you guys take care. Love you much. God bless you. And we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.